Hi everyone. So today I want to do a flip through of my 2020 planner. This is still, I think, a preliminary setup. Um, like I have a few things to finalize. Like I have to still put metal corners on here. I just have these little clips here in the meantime to just keep it together. But I really love how the cover turned out. I took a thick piece of cardboard and I cut down a file and just some plastic. Makes a nice hardcover. Okay, I also covered a lot of my cover pages in this marble wrapping paper I use as a background. So yeah. So first we have the here's at a glance. Always need this. A lot of my pages are printed one-sided just because it's easier that way for me, and I like to move things around, and when they're double-sided it means I need to struggle to like keep it together or not keep it together rather. So here's just like a future log where I'll write in any appointments, birthdays, whatever ahead of time. Then I have my apocalypse. This is like a bucket list, but it's called an apocalypse because it's like all the things you want to do before the world ends. It's actually based on a really good series called No Tomorrow, which unfortunately ended really quickly. Yeah. So I still need to. None of this is filled in, it's quite blank. It will be filled in by January. In fact, the next video I'm filming is my January plan with me, so look out for that. Then, now this goes more into the goal setting part. Now, my goal setting part is quite a large part of this planner, and there's a large chance that by the time I start getting more months, I'll move the goal setting part into other discs. But for the moment, I'm just keeping it all together. Since I only like to print like 3 months at a time, I don't want to. Yeah. Anyway. So let me explain how my goal setting is going to work. Now, I've heard before that there's two types of goal setters, or there's two like types of methods. There is the way where you set like a minimal amount of goals, but you have to reach them all, and if you don't, you kind of feel down about it. Now, I'm the other method. I like to set as many goals as I can, as many goals as I want, and then if I don't reach them all, that's great, but it kind of serves as motivation, which is why I do it, to carry on if I see, oh, I have there's more goals. And the idea of this system is that I'll be able to add more goals if needed. Okay, so how this works is I have 10 categories in my life. Kind of like the level 10 life, but not the same categories. But these are the 10 areas of my life that I want to focus on in 2020, possibly even further on. Now, each category is divided into 3 subcategories. So, there are 3 subcategories in each category. Now each subcategory looks like this, where I have any like general steps or tasks that need to be done for that subcategory that aren't really a goal in itself, just like emotionally I just want to make sure of something. Okay, so and then here at the bottom I have a monthly check-in where I'm going to rate my how I feel I'm doing in that area out of 10 each month. Also very similar to the level 10 life. Now in each subcategory there's going to be the goals pages. Now I don't have them in here yet because I have not set my goals yet. I've done some mind mapping and I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. So I have them at the back so that I can easily fold them in and just put them in the right place. So each goal page has the categories, so the category and the subcategory, what the goal is, the start date, if it has a deadline, the deadline, and the finish date, the reason why. Now, I don't set myself rewards for finishing goals. Kind of finishing the goal in itself is a reward for me. So to keep me motivated, I need to remember, why am I setting this as a goal? Because that actually motivates me. Yeah. So, and then here I write down any upcoming challenges I see in achieving the goal. So this is also very important to me because a lot of the time goal setting is, how are we going to get this perfect thing perfect? And then when you ignore the challenges, in the end of the day, you get set back by these challenges and you don't know how to move forward. And this is trying to combat that. And then for each goal, there's also this general steps. So I might put something I want to do monthly for this goal or daily for this goal, or the goal itself might be a monthly or daily thing. But if there's like, oh, I want to do this to set up this goal for myself, it goes here. These are more like steps to breaking down the goal into smaller steps to work towards that goal. Okay, so I'm going to go through each category and subcategories with you. So the first category is mental health. This is quite an important category for me because I have depression and anxiety, and it's something I work on a lot. And the past year, setting goals and working on this has changed my life incredibly. My anxiety is almost gone. My depression is manageable, So this is quite a big part for me. So my first section is emotional health. So this is more like the depression and anxiety part. Then spiritual. Now spiritual, yes, can be religion, but it's also for me like learning more about myself and learning more about the world around me. So like one of the goals is going to be reading those self-help books, if you want to call it that. And then memories. This has actually become a big part of my planning recently, where I do memory planning. And I've always wanted to be a journaler, but I've never been able to keep up with it. I would like force myself to fill an entire page or more, and then it got out of hand. So recently I've started using, like normal planning with like stickers to memory keep, and it's been amazing. And I like looking back, especially since my nephews are quite young, so there's lots of cute moments. Also, my business is starting to take off. There's lots of things happening in my life, and I like keeping those memories. So those are the subsections. I'm just going to fun and living area. So this is kind of a mismatch of different areas. So household contribution, I still live with my parents, and I like to contribute in any way I can. Enough said. Room office, my room is quite small, and I have my office in it. I used to have my office in the area I'm filming now, which is the like lounge area, but I just found it better for it to be in my room. I just have to film here because of the light, which if it's horrible, I'm sorry. When I can afford it, I'll invest in some lights. Also, the past year or so, I've really been working on decluttering my space and minimizing the amount of things I have. I used to be a bit of a hoarder when I was younger, so I've thrown away lots of rubbish bags full of things recently. And then crochet. If I could, I'd just relabel this as like stitches or strings, because I like to make things, like DIY things, and for me, this is the thing I do for myself that I don't really have to share on social media like my art. And unlike my art, I don't need to think about it as much. I'm just following a pattern. So it's still a creative outlet for me, but I don't have to struggle about getting this perfect finished product and how I'm going to get it. And yeah, it's just a stress reliever for me, and I want to make sure to dedicate time for that. Then there's family and friends, obviously. My parents, important to me at least. My siblings, I have 2 sisters and both of them are married, so I would like to stay in contact with them and all that, since all of us kind of have our own busy lives. And then friends, I've actually made quite a few friends, and quite a few of them aren't near me, so I want to make sure to stay in contact with them and all that. Then there's personal growth. So this is like learning things and personal growth. So I am a full-time college student, as I've mentioned, and like one of my goals is to use my transcript to try and get a scholarship to do a full course. So the college is quite a big part. Then things I want to learn for my business, whether it be learning how to use Adobe Illustrator better or something like that. And then personal, I enjoy reading, I enjoy learning new things. So it's just a section for me to learn more about things that interest me, that aren't business or like education, like college related. Then I have finances. The past 2 years, I've been tracking my finances. In the past almost year, I've been budgeting, which has helped immensely. So my income, my savings, and my investment goals. Like, one of my investments is I'm going to get a new phone, which I don't do very often because I don't have money. But yeah. Physical health. So this is quite a big section for me for 2020. I've always had lots of medical problems, and I've recently started getting on the to the point where I feel okay enough to try and exercise. So like I'm trying the None to Run system or course or whatever you want to call it, because I actually really do enjoy running. So I also want to lose some weight. Not because I'm particularly overweight. My body is built, I'm built quite large. But there is a bit of excess weight, or other centimeters, I want to lose. But it's also about being healthy for me, since I've got quite a few problems, and a lot of them can be helped by adjusting my diet, like not consuming lactose and all that. So I've got my physical activity, exercising, making sure I'm not just sitting in bed watching YouTube videos all day. And then weight and food. So I find that my diet really affects my weight and the amount of fat that's on my body. So I really want to concentrate on that. Like, one of the things I'll be doing, if you've been following Cindy Gunted Boulder, she actually did a challenge for 2019 where she picked a fruit or vegetable every month and tried to cook with it once a week. And I'm trying a very similar things, but just with vegetables, because I love fruits, but they can be quite expensive where I live. But I can be a bit picky when it comes to vegetables. Like, I'll enjoy it while I'm eating it, but if I see it, I don't really want to eat it. So I've been trying. I've actually been doing this since October, and I'm going to do it in the new year as well. Got everything already planned out. And then hygiene, personal hygiene. Sometimes it's difficult to get out of bed and just, brush your teeth, but I want to make sure to do that. So, yeah. All of these tabs will also get covered with their color code, since I'm color coding everything. And the monthly tabs will also get covered by the theme of the month, probably just with a piece of washi tape that fits that month. Then there's the next 4 sections is business related, since that's quite a big thing I'm working on. So here's my business paperwork section. So administrative goals, like I want to register my business as a business. investments, you know, machines and things I need to buy for my business. Income sources, I would like to increase the my income sources because just having one isn't very reliable or smart, in my opinion. And then it's my business content. So the three big areas of that is my art, my graphic design, and my planner. The graphic design is more for clients, and I don't share that on social media as much as my art and my planner. Like, I actually think my planner is what I share the most. But yeah, I would like to do quite a few art challenges, actually complete them, and all that. Then there's my business brand. It's the best name I could come up with. My clients, goals that I have, like how many clients I want to serve this year, this upcoming year, and all that. Marketing and collaboration. I would like to collaborate with other people in the different areas I produce content. That brings me to the last section, social media. I use Instagram mostly. Facebook's just there because it posts automatically to Facebook when I post on Instagram. Excuse me. And so I have a few goals there. YouTube, I'm starting filming videos now, so I want to set a few goals there. And I really want to get into Skillshare. I want to create a few videos on, like, one of the ideas I have is how to draw realistically using pencils or graphite. But yeah, these are the three main categories I want to work on in that area. So then each quarter, I like to work in quarters. Even in my bullet journal, which this year is kind of a mashup between a bullet journal and a daily planner, because I don't want to set up my day every day. I just want to write the things in that I want to write in. I tend to work in quarters because sometimes I tend to get a bit bored of a layout and then want to try something new. So this is the first quarter. Here's any like things that I need to get done this quarter, but I haven't set like a month or a week or a day to do that yet. So then each month I've covered in that marble wrapping paper. I want to like maybe put like the month script there or something like that. We'll see. That's just a note for me because I'm trying new things in this for the new year. So this is my monthly layout. I put the month on, I use washi tape and put the month on the side. And I like using undated. Everyone has told me make it dated and all that, it saves time, but I like using undated because printing it dated is a bitch. But yeah, so I'm working on, I've already got everything set up for my January plan with me. So yeah. And this isn't my social media planning. In my 2019 planner, most of my monthlies were social media planning. This year I have a dedicated planner for that. This is more personal things and appointments. Then there's finances. Here I do my budgeting. As you can see, I don't need to budget for a lot of things. And then here I track any money coming in or going out. This system has worked quite well for me. I've adjusted it over time, but this works. Then there's health. Like I said, this is a big goal for me this year, this upcoming year. So here I want to put a picture of me every month to see how I've progressed. Then my weight, the previous, current, and difference. My measurements, because that's actually more of what I want to change a bit than the weight itself. And then here I want to put in quote boxes. I follow a person called My Life Planners. They have a great website where they have a freebie Friday every Friday. That's a whole sheet of quote boxes, or full boxes, and I use them in my daily planner, and I think this might be nice motivation for this, good motivation. Then it's blank, because this is very similar to the Cultivate What Matters power sheets, I think is what it's called, but I've adjusted it for my personal wants and needs. So here is my monthly goals. This is more like a to-do list of the things I just want to do in the month. And then weekly, so things I want to make sure to do every week. I like having routines and making sure, like, we spend time as a family each week and all that. And then daily. Now, a lot of daily habit trackers have that where it's like the days of the week and then it's just one big grid. I found that doesn't work for me. I can't just get lost in all the boxes. I like this like calendar style, so before the time in a grey pen I'll just write in the days, write in what the habit is, and use the color coding. Yeah, the color coding comes in so that I can see which areas in my life I'm focusing on, and if I'm focusing on if it's balance. Then here's my weekly. It's very different to most weeklies. I used to use a full spread, but I found it was just too much space, so especially since I use a daily/bullet journal. And this I found is the perfect size. Like I said, over time I might change the layout, but this is what's perfect for me at the moment. Perfect size for washi tape over here, so every week is kind of based on a washi tape. I like to create sticker kits, but I prefer to create them for like my memory planner, and then for my weekly, like my pre-planning and all that, I like to just use stickers that I already have or can buy easily, so that I don't feel pressured to design all of the stickers all of the time. So a lot of times I just use dot stickers and draw my own icons on them. But yeah, there will be weekly plan with me's coming up. The reason I printed this like this is so that each week I can just move this to the next week. This was amazing when I figured it out, because I like to keep my book like this most of the time on my desk, but I found this being all the way, before the weeks, I would like forget to fill it in, especially the daily habit trackers, and I would like forget what my goals are. So this is perfect for me because then, and I want to check in, I can just quickly flip it around and check in. So that's how the weeklies are. Just, yeah. So I really love how this turns out. It just works for me. I might, like I said, change it, but it's perfect for me at the moment. What I tend to do is I kind of have what I want to do in the day that's like not work related, and then I have a checklist with all the things I need to do for my work. So each month has all the weeks. So I need to remove the sticky stuff from when I was gluing this on. So each month is like that. Then I've already made the covers for Q2, Q3 and Q4, because if anything comes up that I want to make sure to do, like I'll probably write down, make sure to make Christmas cards or whatever, then I want to be able to write it down. And then here at the back is just those goals pages that will be moved into the correct categories and subcategories. And that's it. I also have a paper clip, binder clip with a piece of elastic here that's perfect for holding a pen. I really like using that. I was thinking maybe I can try and make one of these into a pen loop since it's a bit thinner, but we'll see. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.